Hi beauty, you're welcome to another video tutorial where we'll be discussing how to formulate a 2-in-1 baby shampoo and shower gel. Okay, so far I've weighed out the distilled water, and so I'm going to just be taking a bit from the distilled water to pre-dissolve my colors, because the coloring is water soluble, so it's a blue water soluble color, right? Because we want to achieve, I want the final product to be um to appear in blue, right? To appear in blue color. Okay, so that's it, and then I'm just going to set this aside. So if you want pink, feel free to just choose your colors, but make sure they are water soluble pigments, colorants, because your liquid soap is basically water, right? So the next thing I'll do is I'm weighing allantoin powder. The purpose of allantoin powder is to serve as an anti-irritant and also an humectant in the product. Okay, so remember, allantoin powder does not readily dissolve in room temperature water, so you need to heat it to about 56 degrees centigrade. But before then, I'm also going to be dissolving the sodium EDTA into the distilled water. And then, so in here I have distilled water, allantoin powder, and sodium EDTA. So I'm going to be doing double boiler for this. So whilst the waters get heated, I'm going to be measuring out the phase B ingredients, which are basically the glycerin, that's sodium lactate. I'm also going to be adding um, D-pentanol, right? And then I'm also going to be adding um, propylene glycol, and then also propylene glycol, and finally that's the cucumber hydrosol. So that's my humectant, and then I'm going to be pre-dissolving my active ingredient much later. But let's move on to the next one, which is measuring out our surfactants. Here I'm only going to be measuring cocoa glucoside and cocoa betaine. So those are cocoa glucoside and sodium lauryl sulfate. I'm not going to be adding the cocoa betaine yet, because when I add it immediately, it's going to thin, it's going to make the consistency really thin. Okay, so here I'm just adding a little bit of water into the humectant so as to be able to dissolve the active ingredients. So I'm dissolving in here mulberry powder. Okay, so that's mulberry powder. So the purpose of adding a little bit, mixing a little bit of water into the humectant, is just to make it increase the solubility of the mulberry powder, right? So I also added fragrance. I'm using water soluble fragrance, lily fragrance specifically, and finally I'm adding preservative echo and just giving a final stir. So I've mixed the water and the humectant together. Remember the coloring that I set aside earlier, so I've added it, and also the surfactant, right? I'm adding the surfactant also into this mix. And then remember that I'm yet to add cocoa betaine, so now is the stage I'm adding the cocoa betaine. Okay, if I had added it earlier, it's not going to thicken my product on time, so it's going to make it look really thin. So then I'm adding citric acid, which is going to serve as a pH adjuster to bring this product to about 5.5 to 4.5 to 5.5. Then I'm testing with the pH, so this is reading somewhere around 4.71, which is between 4.5 and 5.5. Okay, so I'm just showing off my product so that you can see what it looks like, right? Okay, so that's the blue. If you don't want blue, you can put pink for a baby girl. You can put whatever color you desire. Okay, so I'm just transferring that to a pump bottle, and I'm going to be showing you what it looks like. So that's what it looks like, and then I'm testing on my hand first, right? I'm also going to be testing on my baby's hands very shortly. Okay, so that's it. That's the product. That's how it looks, and it foams really well, right? So I'm going to be washing off in the washing basin very soon, right? So you're going to see how this turns out too. Okay, so I'm just showing off my products in here, so just lets you see what it looks like. Okay, so back to my baby's hands. Washing his hands, so you can see that this product really lathers so well, so well, right? Then I'm just going to rinse this off with water. I'm also going to be testing it with on my hands too, just to see what this product really looks like. Okay, so that's baby Hegai's hands, right hand, and then just I'm just giving a final rinse, okay, before I also test on my own hands. Voila, this looks so beautiful, so beautiful, beauty. So what do you think? Okay, so I'm just testing on my own hands too,